Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News at 6.
Good evening again. Police say a Harlan County teacher was arrested for being intoxicated on school property on Tuesday. They say the teacher was standing in a staff parking lot while under the influence. WYMT's Hannah Reynolds has more from Harlan County.
It caused fear in parents.
Because obviously this has turned out to be a bad situation, which could have been a whole lot worse had it not been caught first thing in the morning.
Luckily, school staff and officers are vigilant at the school, and within seconds prevented teacher Matthew Hubbard from ever leaving the staff parking lot after they suspected something was not right.
He told us he was a diabetic, and he initially had denied drinking anything, but I could smell that strong odor of an alcoholic beverage, and he was, speech was kind of slurred.
And then he refused field sobriety test. With the dots connected, police charged Hubbard with alcohol intoxication in a public place. While unfortunate, police say the precautions by the school staff helped keep everyone safe.
They done everything they could do to make sure he didn't have any contact with children. Everything was great on their part.
Hubbard was placed on suspension without pay on Tuesday and will remain so pending due process until the next month's school board meeting. In Harlan County, Hannah Reynolds, WYMT Mountain News.
The next school board meeting is on October 17th, which will decide Hubbard's future at the school. Meanwhile, Kentucky State Police opened a death investigation into a Lee County stabbing. Police tell us it happened early Sunday morning in Beattyville. Police say two men got into an argument and one man stabbed the other. 50-year-old Arvil Newton of Hazard died. Police say at this point, no charges have been filed.
And it has been an absolutely gorgeous day here in the mountains, feeling and looking a lot like fall out there. You can see those mostly sunny skies looking outside the front porch here at WYMT, and a few clouds up there. Looking into downtown Whitesburg, much of the same story. 73 degrees, right around the average for this time of year, so feeling great outside. And you see those temperatures across the board, some 60s up into Moorhead, lower 70s though for a lot of us. See some mid 70s if we're looking down into Middlesboro and over into Jonesville as well. Now, we did start out with those mostly cloudy skies. Was a little bit gloomy this morning, but those have cleared out quite nicely, and we'll continue to hang on to a few clouds as we head into those evening hours. Most of us dropping into the upper 50s to lower 60s. Could see a little bit of that patchy fog late tonight and early as we head into tomorrow. Temperatures though get above average for your Thursday and Friday, but we're tracking another cold front that'll bring rain and a big cool down as we head into the weekend. I'll have more on that coming up in just a little bit.
All righty, Paige, thank you. Well, despite rain earlier this week, a burn ban remains in place for the Daniel Boone National Forest. Forestry officials say due to the fire concern, there is only one area in the Red River Gorge allowing campfires. It is at the Coomer Ridge Campground. Right now, officials say the land's capacity is filling up. They say while campfires are not allowed in other areas, campers can still use lanterns and camp stoves. Meanwhile, last month, someone stole a heavy piece of machinery right off the side of Highway 80 near the city of Martin. The owners and Floyd County Sheriff's Office are still on the search to find it, and now they're offering a reward. WYMT's Katie Cook talked with the owner and brings us more.
So the question is, how does someone steal an 8,000-pound excavator off the side of a busy highway?
I worked until 10 o'clock at night. It was dark. I left, went home, and came back the next morning, and it was gone.
Police say it is likely a driver saw someone move the excavator, but didn't think much about it.
And they're just used to construction work, and they're busy about going about their own business and just driving, and probably don't pay much attention to what's going on.
We don't know exactly how someone took it, but the excavator belonged to Austin Branham, who recently started his own business. He says the excavator was one of his first big investments.
I had to use other people's equipment before and rent, and finally end up getting one, and kind of put a hurting on you now.
Branham says it's worth $15,000, and he only had it a month and 2 days.
Well, I'm 20 years old trying to start a business, so $15,000 is a pretty big hit.
Now him and his family are offering a reward.
Yeah, we have a $2,000 reward out, so if you know anything about it or any of the people involved, just please call us or the Floyd County Sheriff's Department.
Saying even if someone parks it somewhere and anonymously gives the location, that would be okay. He just wants it back. In Floyd County, Katie Cook, WYMT Mountain News.
Officials with the Floyd County Sheriff's Department say they followed up on a few leads but have had no luck so far. If you have seen the excavator, you can anonymously report it to the sheriff's office. Well, today we learned the funeral arrangements for a beloved Hayden City worker. Delbert Curley Whitehead died Monday in a car crash. He worked more than 3 decades for the city. His visitation is tomorrow beginning at 6. Whitehead's funeral is Friday beginning at 1. All services will be held at the Stinnett Pentecostal Church. Walker Funeral Home is handling his arrangements. A Johnson County shooting case is heading to a grand jury. Police arrested Joseph Fannin last month. Investigators believe Fannin shot a man following a dispute about scrap metal. The victim was shot in the hand and torso. Police charged Fannin with first-degree assault. The grand jury will determine whether to indict Fannin. Some Eastern Kentucky companies met with major defense contractors today. Here's a look from Moorhead. It is the 3rd year for the event. Organizers say the Supplier Education and Economic Development Contracting Symposium, say that 5 times fast, allows businesses to learn how to become certified to make products for the military. Representative Hal Rogers says events like this can help lead to jobs for Kentuckians.
We've got a lot of very talented people laid off from former employment, skilled, willing and able to go to work right away. And in this day and time in the country with unemployment really low, it's rare to find a bunch of good people raring to go to get a job.
Governor Bevin joined Representative Rogers as a keynote speaker for the symposium. The feud between Governor Matt Bevin and Attorney General Andy Beshear is only growing as we inch closer to Election Day. Voters will head to the polls in less than 1 month. With only a few weeks left, both candidates for governor are hoping to sway voters. Hillary Thornton has more.
It has been an ongoing storyline out of the state capitol for a while now. Governor Matt Bevin and Attorney General Andy Beshear bringing their long-standing history of disagreements into their run for the state's top office.
You know, in some ways this has been a 4-year campaign because these two have been at odds since the beginning of their terms of office. And now we're down to the time where people are really paying attention to these closing weeks. So we're looking at the debates, and those will be very important. Will there be a mistake made in one of those? That's something people will be watching for. Will President Trump come in? What effect might that have on the race?
There are several debates scheduled between now and Election Day, including one that will take place on Tuesday here at UK's Singletary Center. The current governor running his campaign on what he says he has accomplished in office, including things like creating jobs, addressing the pension crisis, and supporting pro-life legislation, as well as touting his support and relationship with President Donald Trump.
I like where things are going. I think people recognize that jobs are being created. People have opportunity like never before.
Beshear, though, running on his belief that many Kentuckians do not feel that way. His campaign releasing a video today with Lieutenant Governor candidate Jacqueline Coleman riding along with a Fayette County Public Schools teacher who drives for Uber at night.
No teacher should have to take on a second job just to do what they love.
Beshear making public education the top priority of his campaign, vowing to make several changes to the system and give across-the-board raises in that field, as well as to stop what is being called bullying by Governor Bevin. In Lexington, Hillary Thornton, WKYT.
Governor Bevin and Andy Beshear will share the stage next week at the University of Kentucky for the Kentucky debate. Our sister station, WKYT, is sponsoring the event, along with the League of Women Voters and UK Student Government. We will carry it live from 7 to 8 here on WYMT on October 15th. Sir Elton John is coming back to Kentucky as part of his Farewell Yellow Brick Road tour. His performance at Rupp Arena next year will be his first in Lexington since 2003. Elton John is one of many big names to come to Rupp recently, including Sir Paul McCartney, Justin Timberlake, and Ariana Grande. President and CEO at the Lexington Center, Bill Owen, credits the streak to a new partnership with the Oak Ridge Group.
It's just great to have that level artist at Rupp, and again, that's kind of the way we roll.
There is a pre-sale you can register for prior to the public on-sale date. Go to eltonjohn.com and you can register with Ticketmaster with the Verified Fan Program. Tickets go on sale to the general public on October 18th. The show is June 5th. And do not forget the public ticket sale for Chris Stapleton tickets go on sale this Friday. The concert is in April, but tickets will go fast. Several pre-sales have already started. From a look at the map, much of the stadium will be open for seats, and there is plenty of seats at the field level. From what we can tell, the cheapest tickets are about $50 once you add in fees. Of course, the more expensive seats will cost you in the hundreds of dollars. Tonight marks episode 3 of Survivor, Islands of the Idols. An Eastern Kentucky native, Elaine Stott, is still alive in the game. Last week, her tribe won reward and immunity. Nationwide, she's become a fan favorite because of her kindness and comedic attitude. Tonight, it appears one survivor will be on an impossible. Find out who and what they have to do. Plus, see if Elaine survives tonight, beginning at 8, right here on WYMT. Legendary thoroughbred Secretariat is making a cross-country sprint to Lexington. The massive bronze statue of the Triple Crown winner will be unveiled at Keeneland Saturday. Sculptor Jocelyn Russell started making the statue last year at her studio in Oklahoma. The statue will be installed in the middle of the roundabout at Alexandria Drive and Old Frankfort Pike.
And temperatures warm up as we head into the next 2 days, but we are tracking another cold front that'll move in and bring us a pretty big cool down. I'll have those details coming up in just a little bit.
And it is Fire Prevention Week. Hear from local firefighters on how you can protect your family.